Hey everyone, it's Kara here from Boho, and I am back with a brand new Plan With Me video for you today. So it is Thursday, February 23rd, and I'm getting ready to set up for March in my bullet journal. So as always, I want to kind of flip you through what's been going on in my bullet journal in February. And I know a lot of you have been following along with my 1 month in my bullet journal series. This is my third time doing 1 month in my bullet journal, and I have been having a blast. So if you've been watching those daily videos in February, then you've already seen everything that I'm going to show you. But for those of you that are just sticking to my regular videos, I thought I'd do my usual little flip through of February so far. So I have my February calendar, my monthly spread, where I put my habit tracker over here on the left-hand side. I haven't really been using this calendar a whole lot except for a general overview of the month. So I filled this out at the beginning of the month and I haven't added anything to it. I kind of like it that way. The boxes are really too small for me to add in appointments and things like that, but it's great to see an overall view of the month and the events and any travel I may have had. All right, up next is my NaCoWriMo spread. NaCoWriMo stands for International Correspondence Writing Month, which is every February. And the idea is that you write a letter every single day during the month of February. So you can see I'm a little bit behind. I've only written 16 letters, but I am hoping to get caught up on that this weekend. I have my mood mandala, which I've been coloring one ring per day, correlating to my mood of the day, and then drawing a mandala over the top. I have my gratitude log, where again, I've just been logging one thing per day that I'm grateful for. My Boho challenge prompts, this month's theme was snail mail, and I've been using these prompts as ideas for what to write in my letters during NaCoWriMo. We've got my first weekly spread, which included a little bit of January there at the end. Another weekly spread. I also added in a training schedule for myself. We were doing a 6-week challenge in one of the Peloton groups that I'm in. Peloton is a stationary bike that I have at home. And once that ended, I realized I kind of needed to give myself some structure and a new schedule, so I decided to write that in here. We have another weekly spread. And then we have my fertility tracker, which is where I'm tracking everything related to my cycle. I've got it covered up because I don't really feel the need to share with the world when my husband and I are being intimate. So, all right, and then we have our current weekly spread. And right after this is when I'm going to start the month of March, even though we still have a few days left in February at the beginning of the week. The majority of the week falls within March. So I'm actually going to start my March monthly spread right here on the next page. And then that first weekly spread will contain a little bit of February as well. All right, so as always, I'm going to put on a little bit of music. I'm going to get to laying out my month, and then I'll come back and show you what I did and why. Let's do it. All right, so I am all set up, and I know what you're thinking. You only did a monthly spread and a gratitude log, but that's kind of my plan this month. I do plan on putting in my Boho Berry Challenge prompts right here on the right-hand side once I get those up on Monday. But I want to keep things really, really simple. I didn't really want to bother with drawing out my circles for my mood mandala, so I'm actually going to track my mood in my weekly spreads. Let's see if I can show you an example like I was here. This week I didn't fill in much here. I'm going to track my mood in my weekly spreads like I was doing here. So again, super, super simple. I've got my monthly spread all laid out, and I'm keeping it pretty much the same as last month. I've got my habit tracker over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to sit down this weekend and try to figure out what my top 3 goals are for the month of March, and I'll fill those in there. And I've got all of my major events already on my calendar here. So this is just my month overview, and I just realized I forgot to put my moon phases in there. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, so for March, let's see, March 1st is going to be a full moon. All right, there we go. So now I have all of my major events and appointments on here. And for those that have been curious about where I keep these major events and appointments before they go on my monthly spread, I keep a Google Calendar or iCal. They're synced together. But this is essentially what it looks like. I just print it out at the beginning of the month and see what I have going on, and then I fill it into my bullet journal. And I keep that digitally just so that I can coordinate my schedule with everyone in my life. And it's much simpler when it's all digital and I can just give them access to see my calendar. All right, so I've got that set up. I've got my gratitude log. It's going to go here on the left, and then my Boho Berry Challenge prompts here on the right. I'm going to be tracking my mood on my weekly spread. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to join in the conversation down there. See y'all soon. Bye.